So what I'm going to do now is just yank it on out of the box, run through some of the specs and features that you can expect, and then I'll actually slap it on my wrist, whoa, if I don't break it first or lose it. And I'll wear it for a good couple of weeks and then give you my full thoughts at the end of that. So it's quite a basic setup. As you can see, the itself is just a little plastic doohickey, and that actually slaps into a lovely, feels like rubber, but it's actually, I think it's like a polycarbonate type thing, like so. And it's obviously the plastic bit that actually does all the fitness tracking. It's got the smarts and everything. And let's just peel off this stick end. It looks like the screen is already kicked into life underneath. There we go. Just telling us to pair with our smartphone. We'll be doing that in a sec. You also get a user manual as well, which is quite a chunky little affair, but that's probably because it's in about like 1 million languages. And of course the actual charger as well. It is a proprietary charger, as you can see there. So what you'll need to do is you'll need to actually snap out of its housing. Feels like it's locked in there pretty solid, so it shouldn't come flying off by accident. And then all you'll need to do is just snap that in there like so, and then attach that to either a plug adapter or a laptop or whatever you've got lying around with the USB port. The Mi Band 3 has a 110 milliamp cell in it, which is supposedly good enough to give you a full 20 days of just sort of standard use, which is pretty damn good. Right, welcome to 3 weeks in the future. Slapped on my spindly little wrist that entire time, and I've got to say, it is the best value fitness tracker I've ever tested out. First up, I've had no problems with the design at all. That plastic pill is held inside the strap nice and snug, no problems with it popping out, anything like that. It's pleasingly skinny and super light at just 20 grams, including the strap. So you'll basically forget that it's even on your wrist, especially as that strap is soft to the touch and allows your skin to breathe even when you're working up a sweat. And it's also fully water resistant to 50 meters, so you can keep it on when you take a dip or hit the showers or whatever. Besides that basic step and distance tracking, you get a built-in heart rate monitor, which you can use to manually check your pulse at any time. You can also hold an exercise session at any point or check out what the weather's been up to. Oh look, piss and rain. How original, UK. The touchscreen itself is bright enough to clearly see in any conditions and also reasonably responsive for a budget tracker. Impressively, there's full notification support on board too. You can buzz to alert you to any incoming calls and messages with full support for apps like Facebook Messenger and WhatsApp. Speaking of the app, the Mi Fit app, which is available for Android and iPhone, does everything that you'd expect, recording your stats direct from the band and also allowing you to tweak all of the tracker's settings. As you'd imagine, you can quickly access all of your current stats. You know whether it's time to put down that bag of chips and get your ass around the block a few times instead. You've also got an overview of your entire week so far as well. As you can see, I'm doing particularly well this week. As you'd imagine, you've got the usual activity goals and weight goals to keep you motivated. Settings here as well, you can set up all kinds of stuff. So this is where you configure the notifications, you can set reminders for yourself, you can set an alarm to wake you up in the morning, turn on the idle alert if you really do need a little kick up the arse every now and then. And there's even a find band feature as well, in case you actually lose the thing down the back of the sofa or inside the dog or something like that. There's basically a whole heap of stuff to play with, which is all the more impressive. Now when it comes to battery life, it isn't just in a class of its own, it's in a whole different motherfucking school. Seriously, this thing lasts longer than Ron Jeremy after guzzling his way through an entire crate of Viagra. With just bare minimum use, so basically steps tracking and the occasional check of the time, should last a solid 2 months between charges. If you actually turn on the notification support and use more of the fitness features, such as that automatic pulse tracking and the exercise checking, then you'll get around 3 weeks of use still, which is loads better than the battery life of your average Fitbit. So in conclusion, it does pretty much everything you'd expect from the likes of a Fitbit, except at a fraction of the cost. My only real grumble is the slightly shonky notification support. Apart from that, it's a winner. Are you tempted? Definitely let us know in the comments down below. If you're going to go for a competitor instead, definitely let us know that as well. And don't forget to poke subscribe and ding that notifications bell for more on the latest and greatest wearables, mobile tech and everything else.